You know what I'm saying? Welcome back to the Ben and Sam podcast. It's your boy Swellio. I got my guy over here.
That guy Swish.
Yes, sir. Poe. Delius.
Yes, Sirski, man. You know what I'm saying? How y'all boys feeling, man? You know, it's Friday, man.
Always good, always good.
Just another day.
It's another day, man. Another dollar, brother. Before we even get started, bro, I'm sorry, Swish. We got to talk about this, man. You got a pink hat, pink jacket, knees out, no socks. What's on your mind today?
With it being Friday, stocks. It's just how I'm feeling, bubbly. And I feel like pink gives the openness vibe, because everyone loves pink, Wow. So it's like, I love stocks. So, yeah.
Let's touch upon that. Bubbly? You want someone to burst your bubble, bud?
So you like bubble gum, pretty much.
I'm not a fan of chewing stuff. I'm not a fan of putting stuff in my mouth.
Swallow it, okay. I get it.
I would only say the word bubbly because it's like a feeling of enjoyment. It's like an excitement. You get bubble gum, it's a refreshment type
I get
of thing.
it. So you want us to enjoy you while you're here.
My stocks while I'm here, while they're there.
I don't know, bro. Your whole outfit's kind of like inviting. It's like, okay, my knees out. You know what I'm saying? I got my toes out too. Like, what's gonna be out next?
It answers all the questions. Is it pink? Yes.
Yeah, it is pink. We can verify.
Yeah.
There's references.
Don't even gotta ask.
And why are you holding the mic so aggressively? I'm not safe. I don't feel comfortable.
He is gripping it.
You okay?
Coming from both sides, I can see how this is gonna go, but
Coming from both sides.
What I always like to do is when it goes from both sides, it comes two ways, right? You just grab it with two hands and just squeeze, right? Because they're gonna come from both sides. You just grab it from two hands and squeeze and look them in the eyes and say, "You gonna come or you gonna go?"
Dialogue is a two-way street. You
Exactly.
got to see it from both angles.
Exactly.
And manage traffic.
Exactly. Because if you're gonna burst, do it now. But do I gotta stay still or am I gonna get out the way?
It's like that go big or go home mentality. If I'm a burst, I'm going full fledged.
If I'm coming, I'm coming. Okay, and if you are too, don't tease me.
I'm a little lost on how we got here and how does the lingo and the vernacular. Can you explain where did that come from?
Really, it's just when you're looking at stocks, right? Mm-hmm. And then you go in and buy. Like, if it's gonna go, it's gonna go, right? Okay. If it's gonna go up, it's gonna go up. Let's make the money right now. Okay. And it's more like everything that I say is a metaphor. People always need an explanation, so it's like I'm always here for it.
Always here for it.
You're always breaking it down. Yeah, I really appreciate that.
Makes sense. Let's dive in a little deeper on some sports topics, man. You know what I'm saying? Rookie of the year, NBA. Cooper Flag, Con Knuckle. Who's your pick?
It's got to be Big Coop.
Really?
It's got to be. Like, I know Con doing his thing, but Cooper doing too much out there on all sides of the ball that I feel like you have to give it to him for his increased impact throughout the season.
What you think, Swish?
Yeah, just for both of them, though, I'd say they're like a little late bloomers. I'd say Cooper got in his bag much earlier. Obviously, he's a better pick, but like I'd give it to Cooper, but better player overall, and I think it might be Con. Like,
I think long term, Con will be the guy for a championship. I don't really see Cooper Flag being a championship guy. He's not really he's not a strong number one in the future, I feel like. But Con's like a Klay Thompson. He can fit in any system and light it up. He's actually on pace to break Steph Curry's all-time three-point record in his career.
Damn, because of the high volume he's already having?
Yeah, he has like 200-plus threes as a rookie.
I agree with you, though. I feel like I put Cooper Flag in like that LaMelo spot where it's like he's going to be the leader of that team, but it's like, are they going to be able to build around him and do something?
Exactly.
And then Knuckle's going to be the guy where it's like you add him to a team and it's like they were ready to go when they were missing that one piece.
Exactly. Like, plug and play kind of guy. Like J.R. Smith, Klay Thompson's the biggest guy for me, like the biggest comparison.
He's going to be better than a J.R., but
J.R. tough.
I like his game.
Yeah, I mean, he's elusive. He's just accurate, bro. He's deadly with it. I mean, I think he's a good career coming up for sure.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited to see what he does.
Charlie got good things.
No cap, man. Let's keep on going on sports topics, though, bro. I got some more for y'all, bro. You feel me? What are y'all thoughts on the whole 65-game rule for the NBA awards? Like, if you have 64 games, you're disqualified.
I'm not a fan. They say it's going to go. Cade might get the first participation MVP. Not saying that he's not hooping, but he's going to be the only one eligible left to be able to even get the award. So it's just nasty work.
Yeah, I feel like it was a good idea in theory, but then in practice, it's just too many people are missing missing extended amount of time that it just cuts down the pool of players you can pick from so much.
Yeah, bro. It's like at that point you're gonna have to start looking at players like I don't know, Wembanyama for MVPs for like disqualification purposes. Like I don't like the fact they're doing that because Joker is about to get disqualified 2 years in a row. You know what I'm saying? I think Shea won last year. Was he disqualified last year? Joker? I think he was.
I feel like he just doesn't care at
it
this
was
point.
Joker and Shea who would end up. But Shea might get disqualified this year, so like...
Yeah, bro. Because the way I see it, like, okay, let's say you got 64 games and there's 2 games left in the season. You miss one more, and then, boom, now you disqualified the whole year.
And what if you're dealing with an injury going into playoffs and you're like, I'm not risking it? Like, the players that are going to start focusing on championships are going to stop caring about the MVPs, and you lose, like, a big section of talent, even trying to, like, strive for those awards that it takes from them even more that they're not going to have as much weight to them.
So does it hurt the MVP like rank in its aura, or does it still have the same value?
I feel like it definitely loses. Like you got people like Giannis, Jokic getting just disqualified because they didn't play the threshold, but they're the clear MVP. Like, I don't know what it's gonna look like this year, but if it's stuff like that, like, no, I don't know how long this lasts for sure.
I give it one more year, bro, because it's gonna get to a point we're gonna see Mikal Bridges winning the championship. I mean, the MVP. He don't miss no games, so he's probably the best candidate right now.
That's the problem.
We're gonna have Killian Hayes as like the most improved player.
Exactly,
because
bro.
he went from G League team to G League.
Exactly.
They should have some leeway, some like little like buffer in between. Like 65 is a threshold, but like it's a strong case for you to be in that conversation. Let it
Make
rock.
it a minutes thing, if anything. Like, because you could miss that time, but if you play 40 plus minutes a game, like making an average of games and minutes. Like if you can't meet the games, make the minutes, and then vice versa. Like
I'd be mad as hell if I'm like a couple more games in the season. I gotta sit down and play like the Brooklyn Nets just cause in the last game of the year so I can qualify. It's like, dog, we ain't trying to play the Nets, man. I would set that game too.
What if the coach don't want to play you because he's like, I don't want you getting hurt? Then it goes on me for a coaching decision. Exactly. But then you're pushing for an MVP that he's like, I'm here to win chips.
Exactly. There's a soundbite from DeAndre Ayton the other day. He had like 2 points, 4 boards, and he got on camera and said, "They're making me like Clint Capella out here." And now Clint Capella clapped back, you know what I'm saying, and said, "Oh, you have 2 of the best floor generals in the game. Like, why are you complaining? Like, lock in." So, like, what are y'all thoughts on DeAndre Ayton? Do you think he's really like Clint Capella, or he's just a bust?
I'd like Clint Capella in Houston. I don't see the problem. Just make the shots you're given. Yeah, I don't know. Ayton was a nasty pickup that we thought, but we knew what it was going to be. It's not looking like what it was, but I mean, just turn it around. It's simple. You play for the Lakers, you're going to get the most spotlight. Just turn everything around. Just work. You got LeBron and Luka on your team.
I like hate the way that he did that Clint though. Like, is Clint like the face of Wash centers? Like, why did he call him out like that?
I think he was angry, and honestly, I wouldn't even put him at Clint's level, which just shows like what he thinks of himself. And I don't think he's putting in the work that some of these other centers are doing. Just straight up.
Clint's a dog too, bro. Like, for Clint on the Lakers, they'd be happy. They're probably more happier than they were with Ayton, bro.
Clint on the Rockets and the Hawks was a force. Let's not like dilute his efforts throughout his career.
See, he thinks he's Wemby. Ayton, he thinks he's like a 3-point shooter. He can like step back, do all this fancy shit.
It's like just relax.
Let's know your role. You got LeBron on your team. Lock in, bro. We don't need you to do all this fancy shit.
You're getting alley-oops. You're getting easy buckets.
Set LeBron a screen, fold his jerseys, and go home. Like, relax. You don't need anything else from out of you.
I see Ayton as like the Elfrid Paytons of power forwards. He's really just there. He was supposed to be a little bit more, but
body.
He is just a body. Just a number at the end of the day. So he's got to change that for himself. No one else can do that for him.
Yeah, I don't like it either, bro. But, we're going to see how it goes. If they're making those in the playoffs, he could be a late bloomer. You never know. First year in the team, but we'll see. I do got like a little question for y'all boys, man. I was watching some basketball the other day. You know what I'm saying? It was James Harden. He was just hooping, doing little moves and shit like that. And he did like a step back. He's actually known for this, like dribbling the ball, stepping back, and shooting. So my question is it appropriate for a grown man to be scared of the moment and shy away from contact and take a step back?
You hoop with me, I'm a step back artist. I love it.
Oh, wow.
So I embrace it.
Fearful. Okay.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, I had more higher hopes for you, but okay, now I know. What are your thoughts, Bo?
I'm fiending for contact. I'm more of a step through guy. I don't even like a gather step because at the end of the day, I got everything gathered, handled, you know?
Yeah.
So why do I need another step to get all my things in order? So
I agree with you, bro. Like the whole step back thing just shows his like hesitation. You know what I'm saying? He's not sure of himself. It's a confidence thing. Like, hey, I can't really handle you touching me. Let me just hide away. Let me just shoot before you see me. It's like
So you guys can handle someone touching you. You want the content? Like you want that?
I can handle it.
See,
it doesn't scare me.
me. I'm not. I don't want sweaty, greasy guy on me. So get off me. Excuse me.
I
You know?
mean, but if you're inserting the grease and sweat, then you're the power play. Like you can't. No one can tell you how to move.
Let's not forget the efficiency. You know, and ones. Another basket, another chance to get more points for the team. Like I'll touch anybody for some more points.
Exactly. He will. He actually will.
Yeah, that's usually why I'm out of the game by the third quarter.
That's why I stopped hooping with him. He does too much.
But if you're on the same team, that's beneficial for you, no?
And he don't care what team you on.
That guy was asking for it.
He was. I ain't gonna lie. But James Harden, bro. I'm just telling you, bro. Like, if you're doing step backs, you're gonna run away from opportunities in life. That means you're scared of things. Now you just what can you step into?
I see James Harden as a very apprehensive player, very, very scared tendencies. But that's why they had to change the rules.
Yeah. So, right now there's the draft combine. You know what I'm saying? NFL players are going to these different combines, showing off their talents, running around, trying to jump for the man. Oh, yeah, see how you can jump, Is it appropriate for a grown man to go to a draft combine?
Yeah, I feel like it's more of a runway, a sporty runway in a way, just trying their stuff. Look at me, I'm this fast. Like, okay. Like, I just want to know, like, there's camera flashing, everyone's just like, ooh, wow, like,
Yeah.
and they're, not fully clothed. Let's be real. Like, they're wearing tight clothing. Like,
Yeah.
so it's just like, is this Magic City? Or, like, I thought we were playing football. It's just.
And the way I see it, bro, just a big old 20v1. You know what I'm saying? The ones the GMs, the 20s are all the grown men walking around trying to get picked. A pop the balloon challenge. Like, hey, I can jump real high. Oh, don't pop me. Okay, do a 360. Okay, I'll keep you on my team. I was like, at that point, you're just doing too much for the moment. You feel me?
It's purely for the entertainment of others. It's like a glorified NBA Got Talent. Maybe like an American NBA Warrior. Like they're just doing things for clips.
Because what's next, bro? You're going to run a sprint. Now you're going to start crawling around. Now you're doing little left and right shimmy moves for the camera just so they'll pick you. It's like, all right, bro, you're doing too much. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it, bro. But, I mean, I would be in the league right now, but I skipped that because I didn't want to be, I didn't want to humiliate myself. You feel me? Wearing tight clothes, running in circles.
You were worried about the positions they were going to put you into.
Exactly, bro. I'm good. You feel me? I like podcasting. It's nice. You feel me?
And that costed you with the draft because they don't like that. They showed you up, and
I got a scenario for you.
It's popping.
Let's just say you driving on Lennox. You had a light. Listen to your music, windows down, and you see the James family posted up on the street.
Okay.
Yeah, whole family, bro. Savannah even there.
Yeah, all right.
And LeBron comes up to your passenger door and just starts tapping.
Okay.
You roll down the other window. The man goes, yo, man, selling waters out here. He one of those water boys, but, water king.
Water king, okay.
Exactly.
Water goat.
So this man's asking you, hey, man, we only take Cash App. And you want to support the king.
Of course.
You got no cash on you because that's just not appropriate. So LeBron asks you for your phone to put in the Cash App number, send over $20 for 2 waters. That's pretty good rate for the water boys around Atlanta. Yeah,
it's not bad.
Yeah. And as you give your phone to LeBron, man just yoinks it, runs down the street, takes your shit unlocked. And, he's giggling. He's laughing. He's making a fool of you in the middle of the street.
Wow.
And I want to ask y'all, do you think what would you do in this moment? Are you going to report LeBron for his actions? Or just be grateful you got to see a steal in real time?
Get back on defense. I mean, simple as that. Like, he took my ball, my phone, and he showed me that I wasn't ready for the game. I was walking around loose and unaware. I didn't have my guard up, so I deserve that, honestly. So the way I see it, I'd probably say keep my phone, and I'll probably send him some more money, Cash App, Apple Pay, whatever I can do. You know what I'm saying?
Do what you can. Quick timeout. Recoup. Inbound the ball. Really, you can't really. Bronny and Bryce and so they're all still there. So you can't do much with them. Just I always keep two phones, so I would, if anything, cash up, ask them for their cash apps, give them some, because they clearly need phones because their dad, they need to call their dad. He just ran off, so I would just think of the family in the end. Just know he took my phone. He needed to make a call. Clearly, it was private. He would have did it in front of me if it wasn't. So, just do the best for that, and then just handle the situation as such. Because I'm still at the light, so I got to think of the cars behind me. So
it's a refreshing perspective.
So.
Yeah, man, it's the king, bro. Happened for a reason, the legacy thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he took my phone. It's probably for the next game plan he's making. He's probably trying to call JJ Redick, make a new game plan. So, who am I to try and stop greatness from happening? I'm just me. I'm just swell. That's the king. So, LeBron, here's my phone. Here's my Apple Watch. Here's my iPad. Take it. Go ahead. You got it. You feel me?
I fully agree. I feel like at that point, it's a ball up top situation. Check up.
Exactly. Let's run it. You know what I'm saying? He's going to win regardless. So, let's keep on moving. You know what I'm saying? Let's say you finna buy a new crib. You know what I'm saying? Your first house. You know what I'm saying? You've been building your credit score high, 850. You know what I'm saying? You better pull the trigger. FHA loan, whatever you got. You're going to buy the crib. Boom. LeBron James calls your phone and says, I need some money right now, bro. Can I just hold your credit cards for 2 weeks? Don't worry about it. I'll give it right back to you. LeBron comes back. You know what I'm saying? All your cards are maxed out. You know what I'm saying? 20K racks on both cards spent. You know what I'm saying? LeBron sitting there saying, oh, my bad. It was Taco Tuesday. Had to splurge on the family and shit. Gives you your cards back, and he just leaves. Your credit score goes down 200 points. Actually, 300 points. You got 550. You can't buy your crib no more. So my question is, do you get mad at LeBron, or you just keep on grinding and pay out the credit cards?
That's why you always got to keep stocks in hand for reasons like that. My credit was at an 854 reason, So if it ever were to happen, I got my stocks, my assets to carry me. But if a situation like that were to go on, that's no problem. You got 800 points. What's 300? You still got 500 left. You can get more. So that's how the way I see it. So, not everything's gone. It's, I see it, glass half full type of situation.
Yeah, it makes sense, yeah.
So, he needed it, Taco Tuesday, I'm sure it was fun. I'm, bummed I wasn't invited, but I'm glad I can fund it,
I'm disappointed in myself if I'm in this scenario. He maxed out the cards. He obviously needed more from you. I should have signed up for more cards. I should have further tanked my credit score. Because if I do that, and then the repercussions that I couldn't buy a house, LeBron looking out for me. He is seeing things on the court. He saw a back cut that I just wasn't processing fast enough. I shouldn't have bought that house.
Exactly.
And you know what? I take things as signs. LeBron is the biggest billboard I've ever seen. So anything that man does, you got to follow it and not think twice. So.
Nah, I agree with you, bro. Like you said, you didn't have enough money for LeBron. So obviously, we got to do more. That means getting more credit cards. 3 more, 4 more. So whenever the king needs more money, hey, here you go.
Y'all know where the Ray Shremmer name came from?
I heard about it. A little ashamed about it, but
Yeah, I got shivers when I found out. It's actually ear drummers, backwards.
Oh my God.
Would you be proud of yourself if you were just a known ear drummer?
You want to go first, Wish? Or should I?
It's nasty.
It's a little
what are you putting in there, what are you drumming the ears with?
Yeah,
wax.
You need like a drumstick, so you just inserting your stick in people's ears. Like, I'm not a big fan of that, bro. Like,
over and over again, repeatedly.
It's a little over sexualized. Cause think of the action, bro. Like ear drummers, you drumming, just in there. Make sure all the vibrations are being heard. Make sure your impact is being felt. It's like, dog, like let's just make music and keep it like that. Like, why you gotta make it sexual?
Ear abuser. That's what like.
Yeah, man, ear tantalizer. It's weird, bro. It's narcoleptic. I mean, it's not very vindicative, and I think we should kind of put a stop to that. Like, just say, what's your government? What's his government name? Did anybody know Swaley's government name?
I think it's Reg.
Reggie.
Just Reg.
Reg. I think I heard about that too, actually.
Yeah, but it's kind of fitting. They did do the mannequin challenge back in the day. They told a bunch of grown men to stand still. Did y'all partake in any of these, or was that something you desperately avoided?
Hell no, only like 3 times.
I was the cameraman for one of them, bro. You were in a crazy position.
I remember
It went viral though.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if it was 3 times. Like you said, You were one of the cameramans. I remember you had a whole set for it. It was like a 3-man crew.
I've never seen a man in that position before.
Yeah.
Like the scorpion was what they called it.
How you got him to turn around like that and do that thing with the balloon?
Oh, the 2-man one.
Yeah.
No, that was insane.
That was enough for him to still stay still and not move,
And they were
to not pop.
And they were the last person to go on the camera, so they stood there that whole time for 30 seconds in that position.
I mean, I do Pilates, so I got different kind of bones with them flexibility, so I was able to do moves that y'all can't do. So respectfully, it's kind of a power move. I can do things that y'all can't, respectfully.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that because in the way you guys got an animal involved, that was just the way the monkey stood still in that. I don't know how he did that.
It was taxidermy.
Yeah.
Hold on, Swish. You talking a lot, but you did the Harlem Shake. You were known for that in our city in the well. You did moves that weren't even legal. I wanted to nip that in the bud, let people know, like, hey, you're not as clean as you think you are.
Well, let's break that down. The Harlem Shake was just, 10, 15 seconds of pure silence and watching one of your buddies squirm?
Yeah. It got to a point with Swish, man. He wasn't even doing a challenge anymore. No cameras involved. The song wasn't even playing. It was playing Drake. You just kept squirming around.
I was just more of a leader, you know. I would just try to do something and just move around, just jump around, see who wants to follow, you know. And I would just hear a beat, move around, do whatever, and then I would always be in a room. Like if you were always in the room, for example, I remember this, and I remember it was a job interview. Actually, you were in the room, and we were moving around, squirming. We were squirming, everybody, but they asked me to do it first, you know. They said, get everyone in the room to copy what you're doing. You know, I did what I did, and I got everyone in the room to do what I was doing. That same room you were in, and you were breaking it down.
You got the manager role because of that.
Yeah, I was about to say, you were doing it better than me, you know?
Yeah, I was practicing. I ain't gonna lie. It was
So,
fun.
Yeah, and I only did that move once.
Yeah.
Once before then. So, and then I was taking a shower, so I don't know how you saw that. So that's good film.
Yeah, finding out you did it for a job, that's okay with me. That kind of like cleans the slate.
Yeah.
But I will never participate in one of these challenges. I actually found a way to monetize it. I became the cameraman for like almost every mannequin challenge, Harlem Shake in the tri-state area. So I was just filming grown men, paused, crazy positions, you know, soundtracks, everything.
Hold on. So you telling grown men to stand still or like don't move while you were filming them?
They listened.
So you're like an OnlyFans like manager pretty much.
But I took all the profit.
I like that.
It was under Poe Productions.
Efficient. Okay, I heard about you. Okay.
We got flagged online, so
Oh, you heard about him? About his productions? Yeah.
I got a lot of people in the streets that tell me things, so I wasn't really watching it. I just heard
Your
about
manager would tell you those things, correct?
I mean,
Swell acting like he wasn't a video vixen.
You would only look for hoes, right? That's the way I see it.
You say video vixen, I say hustler. You know what I'm saying? I was hustling.
Video hustler, okay. You were in every Harlem show, okay.
I was hustling. I was getting my money up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
look back at those videos, guys. Zoom in.
To branch off of that, there was that game as a kid, Simon Says. You know?
Oh my God.
Simon Says, give me your bank account. You know, Simon Says open wide. Like,
Simon Says twerk. You gonna do it?
Who is Simon?
Yeah.
Why are we listening to Simon right now?
I had a friend named Simon, and I didn't hear nothing he said. I ignored everything he said. I'm not listening to you, Simon. Leave me alone. But Swish, he was a champion in high school. Like, he actually never lost a game. And I ain't gonna lie, he went above and beyond for that championship. Like, that one last round you did in high school, bro.
That was really only because of that. Because coming up, before Swish, I was Simon, you know? So we always played a game, and it would always say, Simon Says, but I would always be the one saying it. And they would always say, you lost. No, I didn't. I said to do this, so I would purposely win, you know? Because I'm Simon, so whatever they would just say, do, I would say, Simon said do this. And I would do it so I can win. They're like, oh, you're out. No, I'm not. I'm Simon.
I ain't gonna lie, when you were Simon, you had some really weird commands, though. Like, you made people do, like, unspeakable things.
Yeah, I see it as a power move in the end. You're doing what I'm telling you to do, you know? Simon says do this, do it. Simon says bark, you know?
But why'd you record it?
Simon just had meta glasses, so...
This is in 2013, bro.
This was regionals, though. I feel like these had to be recorded and posted online for other people's enjoyment.
That makes sense.
But I was a little thrown off when you said Simon Says all fours.
Yeah, why you say that?
I just wanted to see how far you wanted to go in the game we were playing. It was just a one-on-one game to begin with, and then once I said it, it went off. So it was a fun game. I wonder who won, but you know, I win every game I play. So
is it appropriate for a grown man to live in the Midwest?
Break it down. let's get into semantics really, because I'll never live somewhere that's just considered mid.
Yeah.
Like, let's just start right there. Like, the people there are super nice because I feel like they've just settled in life. Settled in the Midwest, as they say.
And the way I see it, bro, it's kind of like an unsure thing. Okay, I can't pick the east side, I can't pick the west side. Let me just go in the middle. You can do the best of both worlds. Let me get by the mountains, a couple of rivers. Like, bro, it's soft. It's called spade a spade. There's no beaches. There's no real, like, scenery. Just hills. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a buddy in Idaho. We're not friends anymore. Like, why are you in Idaho?
They're considered flyover states. Like, you don't even have to, like, experience them. It's like, you saw them from a Delta first class seat, and that's just...
Delta? That's funny. I thought you went PJ, but I didn't know. Okay, I'm sorry.
I used to.
You used to? Okay.
Yeah. I reallocated funds. I'm in between PJs. Let's not get into it.
Okay, I'm sorry. That's my bad.
That's a touchy subject,
PJ
actually.
market's kind of tough right now, so...
I'm about to say, it's spiked. It's ridiculous right now.
Maybe for y'all, I got a private vendor from overseas, but hey, I'm not going to get too deep in details, but...
The things you did for that vendor, though, there's a reason why you get a 50% discount.
Hey, man, I'm a hustler. Ridiculous.
Definitely hustled and bustled. Let's just say that.
Yeah. Those shades aren't free, so...
So the other day, bro, you know what I'm saying, I went to the gym, you feel me, doing a little leg day and shit like that, bro, and I'm doing legs, I did my little glute gauntlet, you know what I'm saying, just get my legs right, you feel me, summertime coming up soon, so, and a guy next to me, he was doing some workouts too, like, he was doing squats, you know what I'm saying, leg presses and all that. He had a tripod up, recording stuff, doing squats, and I'm not gonna lie to you, bro, it made me uncomfortable. I went to his phone, I put my thumb on the camera. He didn't know I was doing that, so his whole shot, scrapped. So my question is it appropriate for a grown man to go to a gym and film himself?
I see it odd, because I always wonder where those pictures going. Where are those images going? Where's that video going, You're sweaty. Like, who are you sending this? Is this a thirst trap,
Yeah.
Because a guy's going to see that, A gym bro is going to see that, Who are you modeling for? And if whoever it is, that's your preference, but just be real with yourself, If that's you, that's you. Just say it, Don't tease everybody.
Yeah, I think it's a specific group of men that partake in this type of activity, but from a safety level, I feel like I just couldn't do that to myself, because then people will start realizing what gyms I'm at. I don't want to be in the back of other people's videos while they're showing off the work of their glute gauntlet, as you would say.
Yeah.
And, I go to gyms that you actually have to turn your phone in. You have to put it into one of the calculator cabinets.
NDAs, yep.
Exactly. Yeah, so there's no music playing because no one's got a phone, and it's just pure silence. And that's the only way I'll start exercising again.
And the thing about me is, bro, when I see a man video in the gym, I get pissed off. I do what I can to ruin their video, so I flash them too. I flashed them.
Really?
Straight up, yeah. I say, hey, here's a video, post that. You know what I'm saying? So I just,
That's a respectable response. I usually turn their buys and tries into a boxing class, and I just start slap boxing them repeatedly until they kind of get the message. And it's all on film, and then I ask for the clip.
Let them have it, man. That's how you gotta do it, man. Like, netoplectic.
So I was at the consulting firm one day, just wrapping things up for the day, and my boss comes up to me, and we're pretty tight. He's a cool dude. And he comes up to me and just wants to be straight up and honest that he's going to be gone for a couple months for paternity leave. And, I laughed straight in his face. I used my laugh of the week,
Yeah.
spit and all. But I wanted to ask y'all, do you think it's appropriate for a grown man who you see as a leader to take paternity leave at all?
Paternity leave, bro. Let's leave for the girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like, you're a father figure. You're a role model. Why are you needing time to duck away and take care of your kid? Like, get back to work, bro. You got a team to lead your team. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see it as, if you had a daughter, understandable, be there. You had a son, he's already grown now. You already did your job.
Yeah.
Now go back to work,
Yeah.
So, like, by the time he's already home in the hospital, it's day 3. He's a man.
Yeah.
Move on, So I've always been shaky on that subject. It's always been weird to me, because why are you working? Just quit. Just leave. If that's the case, if you want paternity leave, you want to be gone that long, just leave, okay? If you just want to have a kid and just do whatever, okay, because you're already slacking off because you want some days off, because you're having a kid.
It's lazy.
Yeah, exactly. It really speaks on your character. So.
Yeah.
I see paternity leave should be at most 3 days because that first day, out the hospital, the he's a true freshman. He doesn't know the playbook yet.
Exactly.
Next year, he's a struggling sophomore. By the time he's a junior, that third day, you should be back in working overtime because how is your son going to grow up and go, damn, my dad had to take time off and stop making bread because of me?
Literally, bro.
You know how much guilt and weight is going to hold over his head?
And the way I see it, bro, from my son, bro, when he was first born, after the first week, he came to work with me. I brought him to work. So on my lunch break, took care of him, raised him up. And I got back to work. I wasn't really worried about the whole, take him home and doing all that stuff. My son's a hustler. It's in his genes. He's going to see it at birth. You know what I'm saying?
We need to bring that back. Bring your infant to work day.
Yeah.
See, I don't even know. 'Cause even there, I kind of feel some type of way with that. Like, you're losing out on stocks,
Yeah.
Just put him down. He can raise himself, Like,
he'll figure it out, man.
Yeah.
He's a baby swell, so he's grown now. He's about 2. So he better get his first job pretty soon, actually. So we'll see how it goes.
Really? What was his internship?
He didn't get one. He didn't really apply himself that well. He was too busy trying to walk. I'm like, come on.
You expect him to get a job without the internship?
See, he didn't really understand it. I blame his mother. She was trying to be too soft with him, but
She's probably trying to feed him.
just keep on going, bro. You know what I'm saying? The other day, bro, I went to the bar. You know what I'm saying? Me and my boys were just taking shots, celebrating life, friendship, prosperity. And pretty much, bro, he said, yeah, let me get 2 lemon drop shots for me and my boy. And I said, 2 shots? Is one for me? He said, yeah, bro, I got you an extra sweet one. I said, wow, okay. That's a little weird. Is it appropriate for a grown man to order lemon drop shots?
He said for you and my boy?
For me and my boy, I was the boy.
You think he said bae?
Oh, wow. I didn't.
It's a loud bar, I assume, so I don't know. You might have misheard your quote-unquote friend.
Nah, it wasn't the bar. It's actually Nobu, but yeah. But I heard him pretty well.
That's an expensive lemon drop.
Yeah, I know, right? It was crazy.
But no, I don't be dropping my fruits into the drinks, I'm straight up cube ice liquor, pour it up, pour it heavy.
Yeah. And the way I see it, bro, lemon drops, the way I see it, if you have lemons, make lemonade. It's a business. It's a hustle. You're here dropping it, putting it on the ground. It doesn't mean nothing. Now it lost value.
Yeah. Why you giving me a fruit cup?
See, I just find it weird because he's like implying something and it's like what, but we kind of know what it is, right? Because his name's Lemon. So it's like when he gets 2 lemon drops, it's like, and he's telling you to drink it, it's like, okay, what's going on? Okay? Because like, why are you getting 2 of yourself and why are you dropping twice? It's like, it's kind of scaring me, but then again, you drink that drink and you get loose, you never know. Like,
It gets to a point.
and lemon drops you, so
Yeah.
And
twice.
He's going to be dropping more than that. He's going to be dropping hints. Dropping drawers.
He's dropping you twice.
Yeah. It gets to a point, bro.
First time you're asleep, second time, who knows?
If I get a fruity drink, I always put it in my beer and I mix it, you know what I'm saying? And add a little bourbon to it as well. That's the only way I can do a fruity drink.
Yeah, I only drink my drinks over smoked wood.
You smoke your wood, huh?
Yeah, I'm more of a, I try looking for the hardcore drinks, mainly
You want
drinks.
hardcore drinks?
Like if I go to a bar, give me the Home Depot, give me the Lowe's on the rocks. That's what I'm looking for. That's
That workers, man, that blue collar, like there's like gravel in the drink.
Exactly.
That makes sense. Okay. I like that. You know what I'm saying? I was actually driving my dog. I was being a little passenger king, actually. And we're actually driving to the mall. He's taking me shopping for my birthday, whatever. And he said, yo, bro, it's kind of cold in the car. So he hit a little button, and then like 2 minutes later, my bottom half was warm. It was hot. I was like, whoa, what is this? And he said, yeah, bro, there's seat warmers, bro. I'm just heating you up a little bit. And my question is it appropriate for a grown man to use seat warmers in a car?
It's a slippery slope, So like, I always trick people to see what they're doing, I have fake buttons in my car. So I'll press that seat warmer, see if they get a placebo effect. Hey, you feel that over there? Yeah, I feel warm. Okay, why are you feeling warm with me? Okay, because there's no seat warmer in the car. What are you feeling warm and bubbly for? So it's a slippery slope for that reason. Because if those seats, if it's real and you felt that, hey, but if you were in my car and you felt that, I'd be looking at you sideways. It's just me.
Yeah.
Where are we drawing the line in the sand? because, you know, at the end of the day, no grown man is going to make me heat up, you know, get sweaty.
Yeah.
So if a grown man is going to make my temperature shift, I'm obviously not ready, not built for the moment. So for him to do that to me, it's a slap in the face.
Yeah, man, it was really a weird moment because I was really hot. I was like warm and comfortable, and I don't know why, he had a bottle of champagne in the car. And I was like, dog, like, where did this come from? He said, yeah, bro, I just had this ready for the moment. And you look comfortable now. So he gave me a shot, and I drank it to make sure it was protein. I thought it was protein. I know what champagne is. I thought it was an energy drink. And we're not friends anymore, you know. So I got out the car, fully warmed up, and I walked home, predictably. You know
Which friend was this?
my friend DJ, yeah.
It was DJ.
Yeah. He's
Okay, because I was in that car after y'all, and the bottle was in the back empty, and the seat was back.
All right, y'all boys. We got a question from the Sandbox hotline. You know what I'm saying? So we got.
Hey Sandbox, I hope y'all are doing well. I was just wondering if it was appropriate for a grown man to ask to go see a movie with his homeboy. I got this one partner that asked me to go see an Avengers movie one time, and it just ain't sit right with me. What do y'all think?
Well, yeah, y'all want to go first?
Yeah, you know, I wouldn't feel too right about that, you know, because I see Avengers, I see Endgame. And, you know, what games are you trying to end with me? You know,
Yeah.
and I'm not here to play games, but I don't want to play your games either.
I agree.
I just don't like. I see it's a slippery slope, and I don't like the way it's going. So that friend wouldn't be my friend after that.
That's an invitation into a dark room, loud music, bright lights, men in costumes. You know, that's enough for me to say, you want to just go to Chuck E. Cheese?
Yeah.
It's a lot cheaper. You know, we can bounce in and out whenever you want. But, you know, to go to a movie, yeah, I got to sit there right beside you for 2 hours. I feel like other things are going to be brought up during this experience, and I'm just not down for that.
It gets to a point, man, and honestly, it's like a slippery slope, like you said, because something that happened to me similar. I went to with my dog. We was watching some love chick movie. I don't know, some romance film, and we had popcorn. We shared a bag of popcorn, and I put my hand in, and he put his hand in too, and our hands touched. And I said, whoa. So I swung at him. I missed. And I kept watching my movie. But yeah, bro, after we watched the movie, I was like, okay, this is not what I thought it was. And we're not friends anymore. And so my answer is no. Y'all shouldn't watch no movies. Maybe watch a TED Talk. Maybe like an informational podcast. Not a movie. You know what I'm saying? Less intimate. Yeah. Let's get to the next one. You know what I'm saying? We got one more from some guy from Idaho. Let's see.
Hey Sandbox. So last night my girlfriend lost her keys to her apartment, and she told me she had to stay the night at her ex's house. I didn't think much of it, but figured I'd run it by you guys. Think she's not cheating, right?
It's a tough one. You know what I'm saying? You never really know what's going on there because ex, you know what I'm saying, it could be like an opportunity for networking. You feel me? They could be looking at the markets together. Stocks are always popping around nighttime too. Good to read the market and understand the market. So honestly, I don't think she's cheating. She might just be, you know, doing what's best for her and the family.
You know, it's a slippery slope both sides because it sounds like I feel like I got a connection with the Idaho crowd, and I feel like that happened on like a weekend. You know.
Yeah.
So like, with that being said, you know, stock markets are closed. So you know, what were they doing? You know, because unless they were pre-planning together, I can only imagine. You know.
Yeah.
And when you pre-plan, you need at least 2 days. So it's like if she stayed 2 days, okay, I can understand that.
Okay.
But you staying one, what went on? So
that makes sense.
Typical Idaho exes are like 30 to 50 miles away. So, you know, she's driving that far to go hang out with them. Like, that lets me know that there's bigger plans involved. You know, because they're exes, he's actually developed his own social circles beyond their relationship. So I know she's just like friend finding, you know, trying to find other people to connect with, networking like you said. So, you know what? It just sounds like a great opportunity. I hope she goes weekly.
Yeah, and like you said, after one night, okay, one night's not enough. I think a week's a good threshold for that kind of engagement to make sure she's fully like engaged in the moment. I don't want to have a girl who's, you know, too in and out, not focused on the task. Like, if you're gonna be there, commit to it. You know what I'm saying? Stay a week, take pictures, have fun.
Yeah. You don't want the guy in and out either. You want him fully in, fully involved in what she's doing.
Yeah.
And I don't want to give her any distractions. I drive clothes up to her so she could stay the whole week.
Yeah, like I'll bring food. If they need Uber Eats, I got them. They need protection. They need like a baseball bat. I'll bring it over there.
Protection's another huge one, yeah.
Yeah, need protection for
I've
sure.
brought protection to my girl's ex's house plenty of times.
Yeah, man, you never know. We live in the well. It's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to get too into it right now.
Oh, that type of protection.
I'm different,
Oh.
I don't do that, but I hear you guys.
We got another call. You know what I'm saying? Another message from the same mail.
What's up, Sandbox Sessions? Is it appropriate for y'all to be talking about LeBron so much?
Fool.
Is it appropriate?
What do you
That's
think?
kind of suspect, don't you think?
Let me just cut it off here.
Yeah, I was about to. Don't even give him the light of day.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. That was a bad call. You know what I'm saying? You had one chance to make your mark, and you chose to bash the king on a platform like this. It's neptoplectic. It's not vindicative. It's also honestly embarrassing. It's pessimistic and narcissistic.
I feel that, and that rubbed me the wrong way. And I only like to be rubbed the right way. So if you're gonna rub me, don't bring up LeBron. It's not gonna work out well for either of us. And I took that as a very disgraceful and tasteless remark. So
Disgusting.
There is no intention behind with what he said. Like, it gets to a point. If you're going to talk about him, okay, come correct, okay, or don't come at all. Right?
Yeah.
Like, if we're coming anywhere, okay, let's don't come on the hotline like this. Keep your come around the king, and just keep it around there. Just if you're gonna talk about the king, just do it in better lighting than what he did. It just wasn't appropriate at all. Like he wasn't coming correct. He shouldn't have came at all. So
It was very gentrified. It was very loose, and it wasn't appropriate. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm actually embarrassed. I actually clicked that message. So we're actually getting blocked. Walk light 7.
yeah, what is our vetting system? Because I can't believe that slipped through the cracks.
Yeah, we fired that guy who was doing our vetting because he didn't have enough stock. So this is what happens.
Oh yeah, that's egregious.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get him out of here. The other day, bro, my boy, my best friends from high school and shit like that, bro. He got his first crib, you know what I'm saying? He said, yo, he's gonna do a little party for his housewarming party, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, I came to his crib by the urn, you know what I'm saying? Forward thinking, you know what I'm saying? So I came to the crib and I saw the layout, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of big at first, and I said, okay, wait, what's to the left? Oh yeah, bro, that's my neighbors. It's a townhouse. I said, wow, townhouse. Okay, y'all sharing walls. Interesting. So my question is it appropriate for a grown man to be sharing a home in a townhouse?
the name itself just sounds odd. Townhouse. Like it's not a town. It's barely a house. You understand? So it's like I just feel like it's just a bond thing. You want to be so close to someone else. Like you can't be on your own. You just want to attach yourself to something.
Yeah.
So I think it just shows those people are just scared. Just fly and be on your own. You just gotta attach and want to be comfortable holding on to something.
Mm-hmm.
Holding on to. Hey, I want to hold on to 3 other people. I want to share the lawn with 3 other people too. I don't want my own. I don't want my own safety. I just want. I want to be comfortable. And
Yeah.
I want to hear what my neighbors are doing in their master bedrooms. In my living room when it's happening. I want to be front and center. Mm-hmm. So that's how I see it. That's just. Just be yourself. Get your own. That's just me.
Yeah. The first thing that comes to mind when I hear townhouse is symbiotic relationship. People not benefiting from being together fused into one. Mm-hmm. Like you said, like they're scared to take on the full responsibility of the lawn, of care of the area. Mm-hmm. Don't even get me started on a duplex because there's a lot more due when you own the whole place.
Yeah. Honestly, separation anxiety, you know what I'm saying? Codependency. You showing you can't handle life by yourself, so you need another man or another person to be your safety blanket. It's like breastfeeding. You can't live without somebody, here's my nipple. You know what I'm saying? It's not a good look, bro. It's embarrassing. So I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, I went to the party and I put a hole in his wall.
Townhouses just remind me of Siamese twins, like you attach at the hip. Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm walking out with another man in my belt line. Like I can't do anything without him. And like if I have to go home and deal with that all day, it's tiring. I just can't stand for it.
It's embarrassing. Y'all sharing nutrients at that point. You know what I'm saying? Sharing a womb.
Yeah, one stomach.
It gets to a point, bro. I can't do it. If I get a crib, I'm getting an apartment. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Yeah, so, I've just been hearing around, just hearing a song, about Lotto and stuff, but like, used to women hearing it, singing it. But I heard my boy say, I want to go somewhere nice, take me somewhere. And I was like, where? He said, take me to a gorgeous beach. I'm like, whoa, what do you mean? And he said, just living in the state, I feel like a Georgia peach. So I want to go to a gorgeous beach. I kicked him out of my car. I said, dude, what the? And I drove off, We happened to be in Florida. I was not letting him cross that borderline with that mindset in my car.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask, is it appropriate for a grown man to be a Georgia peach?
Oh my! First off, big Lotto fan. You know what I'm saying? I love the music. You feel me? Georgia's Peach. I see the reference, but I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Being a Georgia peach, bro, what does that really entail? Just think of the action. Being a peach is really a butt emoji. You know what I'm saying? He's in your car saying that he's thick. He's in your car.
Promoting it.
Yeah.
We know what the connotation is. Like, you're not going to beat around the bush and not get the message directly into my head that you want me to know that you got some cake on you.
That's your best friend, right?
Not anymore. I kicked him out the car. I don't even know where he is, if he's alive. Like, I kicked him out the car. So, it was on 75. I was going pretty fast, but,
He deserved it.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the whole peach reference because it's more manlier fruits. You know what I'm saying? Like a strawberry, manly. You know what I'm saying? A tomato, manly. Eggplant, manly. Banana, manly. I'm not going for a peach. Okay, it's too soft. It's too dainty. I'm not dainty. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It just gets to a point, bro. But speaking of which, bro, what's the least manly fruit in the world?
Butternut squash.
That was quick.
You got to think about that. Butter is used in so many connotations. It's what butter fingers. Like you let the ball drop. Squash? Is that what's happening to you? You getting squished?
Makes sense.
And then you got to bring in the sport element. I don't respect any man that plays squash.
Makes sense.
And then right in the middle of that, in the middle of this whole world, nut.
Yeah.
Nut is inside you.
That was That's true. It's a good pull.
Yeah.
But you switched.
I had an idea of a fruit or whatever it was, And then I walked in here and you had this bag of grapes that you were eating. And I feel like it's that, Like the way you were just eating on them and then just asking if I wanted one, I was like, this doesn't feel safe, It was just something off about it. And you were just, the way you were having fun eating it, the way the juices were coming off the grape, the way it's shaped like a ball, the way you were only eating 2 at a time.
Wow.
It was eerie to me.
He's a Georgia grape.
Yeah.
You're really observant. I didn't know you was watching that hard. I was actually in the bathroom, but good to know that you're, a stalking. But it's okay. If I had to pick a fruit, you know what I'm saying, I'd probably say kiwi. You know what I'm saying? Because think of the word, kiwi. It just sounds soft, like, ooh, kiwi. Like, come on, bro. Like, it has no real assertion, no real bass to the voice. It's not vindicative. Like, oh, what's for lunch today, bro? I got a bag of kiwis. Come on, like, let's be for real. You feel me?
I just feel like it's just contemplating with you because you got a whole fridge full of kiwis. So, like, that one's kind of odd.
It was a gift.
The fridge or the kiwis?
The kiwis.
It's a cheap gift. I think there was another message that's worth much more than those kiwis from Publix.
And it's half full. So you went through that gift.
I donate a lot to the community. I'm actually one of the community heads, so I put my kiwis to the different cities now.
I saw the remnants in your trash can. Let's not do this.
There's no reason to lie.
Side hustle is actually seeds, so I'm actually gonna plant it and grow my own kiwi tree and resell it.
Okay, you got the space in here to do that?
It's not for me to plant. I'm a reseller.